Hello guys and welcome to my channel where we're trying to build a media empire in News Tower. Now when we left off we went to this district here which gave us access to Coney Island. We needed to get here at some point because it has a lot of upgrades for our utility workers. So we should get them at some point, but they're not required right now. Now we need to choose where to go next, and honestly from now on we do have the important stuff unlocked. So we have the radio tower where you can buy the telegraph, and we have the industrial city harbor where you can get the new page modules. I would like to get page module 4 for that to be the next upgrade. We have some missions. Now I was taking a look at this before, and the one I'm most interested in is this mission right here that requires us to print at least one statement, because I think I'm gonna expand to this district right here, and one of the requirements is a statement to be written in the news. So I think we could just take that mission. That should be really good for us. Now from now on, because subscribers are pretty important, I'll want to, each time we have available, to get the cathedral mission, because it will give us extra subscribers. So right now I'm gonna take this mission from the Navy and then try to expand to this district right here. Okay, we need more paper now, which should also upgrade our building at some point, but I'm gonna keep it as it is for this week. Let me just add in some papers. We have the delivery. Now for the people, we have someone which is noisy. Noisy is a really good perk, but it's really good for people that are sit in separate rooms compared to other people. So we might be able to get him. I think there are a couple of production stations where they will need to sit in a room alone, and we could get them for those a bit later. I might be able to do it for the Europe stations and have that person there, but I think we're gonna pass for now. And utility, there are some good guys here, mainly this guy and maybe this guy, but we don't need that now, so we're gonna pass on everyone for now. Now for the district missions we need politics and sports. Politics and sports again, entertainment and sports, crime and politics, and evidence can appear anywhere. And we also do need a statement for the military mission. Okay, so let's just go ahead and fast forward time. Here we have fame and entertainment, and we need to pay out a bribe. Honestly, I'm gonna should we skip this one? So I'm actually gonna skip this one, and I'm gonna go ahead with this mission instead. If we put her there, this should give us access to the next story a bit faster. And here we go, the first scoop. think I'm gonna use this guy because it has a slightly higher skill. Here we go with this route because we have the scoop there. And now we've unlocked this part, but there isn't any person we can actually stick there. So we have a lot of politics missions for this week. Let me just take a look at my people. We're pretty good on politics, which should be okay. Have 4 people available, but maybe we can hire an extra person. But we would need to upgrade the floor if we want an extra person there. Okay, we just take it as it is. This mission has 4 extra influence points, so I'm gonna try to grab this right in here, but politics is really a bottleneck. Let's try to not have any more politics missions for now. And these are both important for the scoops, and we will like to keep them. Now I'm also gonna prioritize these two stories so that we'll be able to fulfill the district requirements, and then we'll just have to wait for people to become available there. Now this is an entertainment mission, and we're just gonna grab her because she has the higher skill. Now these 2 missions are important and are fulfilled. We're still waiting on that. So let me actually prioritize the European one so that we'll get that a bit faster. And for this we just need to wait for someone to become available. And we can actually use her in order to unlock this mission right on. And we're gonna place her there. Okay, we have another available person. Let's place him there. Now, profanity is another negative tag. It will give us minus 1,000 readers for that story. If you want to remove some of those tags, you need the editing disk, and for that you need to access the Harrison Public Library. Now, to get here, we should either go through this route, or maybe even better if we can go through this route right here, because it has a higher number of readers, but that will take longer. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see there. Maybe we should go here, here, and here in order to get the editor, but that will take a bit of time. One of the other production chain upgrades I want to get is the photography, but we need 16 influence, and I want to spend it first on the extra page module, and then figure out some other upgrades that we can get. Gonna place this guy in here, or yeah. Here I'm gonna use her because she has a slightly higher level. This mission is a bit simple, we're not gonna do. And for the European mission we're just gonna use her. And that should be good. We have a mobster coming, but that's okay because we have the security guard. Let me see what other mission should we prioritize. Really like this one, should be good if we can actually do it. and then I'm gonna prioritize everything that has a scoop on it. This is a simple mission, but it does have some influence points, so we should do it. Now we have everything besides statement, so let's try to push for crime and politics. Maybe we'll get the final one. And we got it here. And just to make it a bit faster, we can unlock the next part of the mission a bit faster. And now, because we have everything, I'm just gonna start working on missions, both for leveling purposes and for to unlock more stories. Now in this one we actually need diplomat to get both of the stories, and if we go the other route you just get crime and European, which is not that great, so I'm gonna skip it for now. Okay, the other ones we still need an politics guide here. Should be okay. Here has only politics and dirt. I think we're gonna skip it. What do I have available now for my people? So we can do society pretty well. We can do crime pretty well, and that's about it. So let's prioritize society and crime. Get the society one here. Let's just use this guy in here. Then we have crime. We need undercover. Again, I don't want to focus on this mission. This is simple society. I guess we can use it for leveling. This we can just do for level. I don't think we're gonna use it in the final newspaper, but that should be okay. So let's prioritize this. Let's prioritize this. This is already done. This is currently being worked on, I think. This is prioritized. This one is also prioritized. How our status with the stories? I'm gonna actually move one story from here to here, just to distribute the work across them. And honestly, here's one thing. So we are in Tuesday. We need to finish all of this until Sunday. We have 28 influence points. I still want to get the 4th page, but I'm thinking that we could actually afford a couple of upgrades for our typesetters and assemblers, because if we manage to finish all of the stories we should make more than 10 influence points. So I'm gonna just grab some upgrades for those stations, and to make sure that we manage to finish all of the work for the day. So we need a day planner. I think we can place them here and here. Calendar. Place them there. So now the skill increased a bit, so hopefully we should be able to finish all of the missions and be able to do it in a reasonable time. This story doesn't have any influence points, so we're just gonna skip it. And for this story we're just gonna place her in there. And we should get just one more story, I think. Let's use her. And we're just gonna use this for the experience. Okay, so 6 hours here. There is a bit more time in there. We really do need this mission to finish now, just to get the influence points. And besides that, I think we have everything prioritized. Let me check out the tables again. I'm just gonna distribute them myself. And let's say something like this, yeah, because she will finish a bit faster. And do we have enough paper? Let me do another large delivery. In case we make sure we have enough. And now we have managed to do all of the stories from the missions, and also I think the military mission there. So let's just go ahead and try to print. Now, in terms of the perception, I want to keep it in the middle and get the next perk from moderate. And also we have this undercover price here, so we can try to get that. There is some objects if we go to either fully informational or fully sensational, but we'll keep it just to moderate for now. Now, in terms of the stories, I want this to be the main story because it will give us influence points, and this way we can make sure that we have enough for the next page. Now, besides that, do we have another European story? We don't. Society. We can just add this to the front page, I think. It has a lot of bonuses. Politics. Have this story, okay. This one just has politics, so I think it's a waste to use that there. Can do something like this, I guess. Now for the next page, maybe we can add that to get the extra influence points. But honestly, this is a bit better. It also has the story, the district missions. And we can combo that there. And maybe even combo this. So yeah, that should be fine. And then we have just a couple more stories that we need to include for the district. So we'll just add that there, add that there. And let's see if we can combo with something else. Not really. So we can just add this one to give us just some more simple influence points. Only 8,000 revenue, not that great to be honest, but we didn't have that many things we could combo this time around. Okay, but this should be fine. So let's go ahead and print. Okay, now in terms of the missions, just print two alarming. Mafia wants to print two censorships, and here print society the most and don't print any politics. Honestly, I'm just gonna go with the military mission and see if we can find some things there. And I'm gonna go and buy the next page module, and I'm actually gonna add it right on. Now, besides that, should we buy something? We should also buy another upgrade with the rest for influence points that we have, maybe for our reporters. But let me just check first to see which are our weakest subjects, and then we'll see what to buy. Okay, so we bought the extra page, and we actually need to redesign a bit the tower. So just let me try to think a bit about it, see exactly how I want this reorganized, and I'm gonna show it after I'm done. So be right back. Okay, so here we are with the redesign. I've added 1 extra floors. Now I've moved the telegraphy station from the 2nd floor to this floor right here. In principle, you would like your telegraphy stations and your reporters to be a bit taller in the building, because you usually want your production chains to be at the bottom of the building, because the reporters can come in and will drop the stories at these guys, so you want them to be on the closer floor, so that won't take a long time. Now I've added the extra printer module to our printing chain, and moved the telegraphy station. Like I said, we moved it to the 4th floor, I guess. Now I personally left a space of free between 2 of the telegraphy stations, because we will get there was an upgrade, this upgrade here with 8, which would give +2, but this requires a space of 3, so that's why I left that space there. Now, in the process of building up adding all of the things, I actually ran out of power, so I've added this generator right here. So at some point you also need to build generators. They will need coal in order to work, and we've added 1. I think by the end of the day you will get to about 3. So when designing your buildings, make sure you leave some space for the coal generator also. I moved all of the utilities on the 2nd floor. In the future we might go up a bit with the floors, but we'll see, and maybe reserve this whole room for generators. But we'll see in the future. The lawyer I have just placed in this room right here, and yeah, that's okay. I actually need to get her a trash can, but this should be fine. And moved all of the reporters on the last floor, making sure we optimize improvements for each reporter. Now, bathrooms on each worker's floor. I really do recommend this. I recommend to have bathrooms everywhere, so that it won't tank the comfort of your people and people don't get too much in their breaks. And yeah, that's about it. I also took a look at the persons here. There is this person which is interesting with the office clown, which this increases comfort around them. But my people are pretty good. We'll need an extra telegrapher in the near future. This European telegraph I might move to another floor, but we'll keep him there for now. And this to be replaced with a normal telegrapher. If I remember correctly, no, there are still Yeah, there's only one more telegrapher that we can get. So this place we reserve for the normal telegrapher and maybe move this guy to a different floor. Okay, so that's about it for the redesign. We don't have that much space left, so in the near future we would need to get the next floor unlocked, but we will see. Also ordered some paper. We'll probably need a lot more paper, so I might have to get a loan in order to fulfill the printing, but we could also get paper from other places and try not to actually have to get a loan. What's her problem? Oh, she needs bathroom, she needs food. Oh, so it should be okay because they will get it from here. And also added some extra paper, so we'll see if this is enough. Okay, I think we can get started. In terms of the district, we'll just finish the one we just started, so we need just triumphant, which is politics and sports. So let's try to do this and let's get on with the week. So here, a pretty simple story. I'm gonna use her so that we can get to the story a bit faster and use him. Here, let's just use him. We have quite enough reporters available, so that should be okay. Let's use her here to just get the story, and we'll insert him there. Get an extra politics one. We'll go to the top of the chain there, and let's see what do we have available right now. We could do crime, entertainment, and society. So crime, entertainment, society, and see exactly what fits. Okay, this story is actually good because it gives us influence points, but we don't have enough money for a plane. Let me actually take up a loan so that we could afford a plane for this one. So we need to finish this chain first, otherwise this path will be destroyed, so we'll just get our guy there. Yeah. And with that, I think I want to prioritize society. Here is an injury, so I'm gonna just skip this one because it isn't that good of a story, and will be tough to have a person out of action. Here is mobster. We can take this because we have the security guard. Some of the story finished. Now we just have to wait for our guys to become available. Let's place this guy here to finish it as soon as possible. Here we're gonna use this guy. Just placed her there. And here we will have outrage, we'll have protesters, so we just need to make sure that we're overseeing the front entrance. We'll add the food that we ordered. And can we actually get started? No, because we don't have any reporters. Okay, do we have someone available? We also need to buy coal. We have her available. It will take 22 hours, so that's okay. We can start working on the mission. And then we'll just try to finish all of the missions for this week. Now again, if you have protesters, your people cannot actually go into the building and drop off the reports, but you can just do it by hand. And that will be much easier. And I'm also gonna add to the generator the call so that we don't have any issues with power during this week. Okay, another mission here. I'm just gonna send this guy so he can level up a bit faster. Here we're okay, the other missions are getting worked on. Again, drag your reporters so that they can drop off the story. Here we have an extra influence point, I'm gonna take it. And 2 extra stories there. We need to print 2 alarm stories for the story, so for the mission, so we might as well get them if we can. Here we don't have anyone available. This mission doesn't have any influence point, so we're gonna skip it. And we just need someone to be available for this one, so we're gonna use that guy there. Now, in terms of the priorities, we want to really prioritize this mission because it has the triumphant that we need for the story mission. And let's also try to prioritize everything that gives us influence and everything that's for the mission for the military. But hopefully we should be able to finish all of the missions for this week. Now we're gonna try to actually cover all of the missions. Here again, we don't have any influence points, but we do have an gold tag, so we might as well... Nah, let's skip it because it's a lot of money. This one, again, no influence. There's also this risk, so we're gonna skip it. Okay, how is their work looking? Let's move manually some of the stuff to make it a bit faster. So this should be fine, 572 pages, we should be okay on that, and we finished most of the missions for this week. So let's try printing. Now we want to stay on the moderate side, but we don't want to go here because it will reduce some of our sales for this week. So we need to see how we can move a bit to one to the right, to be exact. So if we use this as main mission, this will put it one to the right, which is okay. Let's see if we have other stuff that we can combo here. So we don't have European, maybe fame. Do have one fame we can combo, and maybe something with politics. So we could do something like this for the front page. That should be fine. But I'll be honest, this is the strongest news that we have. If we do this, yeah, there's quite a big bonus there. Do we have stuff we can combo with this one? So we have some sports defeat. Yeah, let's do that instead. And we can do this for now. I don't know if we're gonna keep it because we want to be one to the left. Now if we take a look at our stories that will bring us one to the left, is just these ones. So maybe we can do this just to make sure we go there. Do this for combo and this should give us the mission. We can combo this one. And I guess we'll have to do it because if we place this as the main story, it will bring us one more to the left and we don't actually want that. So that should be fine. Here, let's actually place it and try to combo some economy stories. And we have one extra page. Let's use that for this news. We'll combo with this one. And we don't have anything more available, I think. Maybe let's just do a simple politics one, but this has too many negative tests, so I'm gonna pick this one instead. So 254 readers. Could have been better this week, but I guess it's fine for now. So let's just print. We got the final one for the mission. Here we should stick to moderate. Undercover is not a great tag, but it's okay. And the next one is also okay. Like I said, I want to get the next perk from moderate. Okay, so we got this district here. If we go here, we have a lot of stories, and actually we can cover most of them. There are some stories which require photography, but this one we could actually cover. So we'll try to do this district next. Now for the mission, the general wants general to be placed for the fold. This one is censorship to be printed. And this one wants society, the most, and no politics. Now, I personally don't think that we're gonna do this time any missions. I'm gonna accept this one from the military, but I don't think we're gonna do it, to be honest. And here, let's just grab the big globe, because that will give us a boost to our telegraphers. And sure, we could get the sports clipboard. Now for crime, this is a little bit more expensive. Sure, let's just get the sports clipboard for now. Okay, so we're gonna select this district. Let's see how well we could do. Now, first of all, I want to add in the upgrade here. So we're gonna add the globe, and now my telegraphers should be fully upgraded. So they should be able to report on the news a bit faster. Now I think I forget to build the globe accessory for this guy, and yeah. Sure, now we should be fine. Let me order some extra paper. I think we're okay on the other stuff, just to have it. And now we can get with the mission. For the utility, I think we're okay for now. And I actually forgot to buy trash cans for my reporters, so let's just do this now. And we've added the trash cans. Okay, so this should be fine. Now, taking a look at the missions, we need crime, society, we want crime politics, sports economy, anywhere, anywhere, and anywhere. So this should be okay for now. Now, in this case, we have a lot of missions for this week. So I actually want to pay a little bit more attention on what actually covers. So this one is a bit simple. I won't be covering it. We need to be a bit efficient in this run. So let's use him there. Yelon needs an upgrade. Oh, it doesn't have an upgrade because it's fully blocked there. So it's okay, we're just gonna use her. Move on. This story doesn't have any influence, but it will have quite a lot of tags, so let's actually try to cover it. Gonna use this guy there. This story will have free tags. I'm gonna choose to ignore it for now. This has also free tags because it's just triumphant, and it will be politics, triumphant, and dirt. What about this one? This is also free tags, which is dirt. Let's try to cover them, but really pay attention to the ones that will be important for the mission, which is like this one here. We have some reporters free, so I'm gonna use him here. Here we're still okay. Okay, so here we need to pay a bribe. And let's just grab this person. Here we still need to wait. And this one I'm gonna skip honestly because we have a lot of story on our plates. Let's do this and this. And yes, hopefully we'll have some people available so that they can get started on these ones. We'll just use her there. Him there, and we'll wait for that guy to appear. Here we're gonna start on the society one and wait for people to become available to go ahead and finish with the other ones. We're gonna add him in there. Gonna add her. This story will be finished soon. We're gonna skip, and actually we're gonna turn off crime because we have a lot of people, but we still need crime and society. We don't have anyone free basically at this moment. So yeah, let's let's continue with crime and society and see if we manage to get the final bombshell, the final scoop. This will be an injury, unfortunately, so, and I don't think there's nothing we can do about it. I'm actually gonna wait on this reporter to come because she has the lowest skill, and if we lose that, we a bit more okay. I'm gonna skip this mission. For this one, I'm gonna add in that guy. So let's see, do we get an injury? No, we didn't. Which, in a sense, I was hoping for an injury. Gonna skip this one because it's a bit too simple. This one I'm gonna add that guy. This mission has influence, so we're gonna take it. We're gonna use the high skill person. I don't think we'll finish that this week. And we have a society one, breaking news. So this guy will finish pretty soon. So I think we can just do it and not have to get anyone else. But we cannot cover society anymore. I'm gonna add this guy here. We have basically full already. Well, except for these guys. Maybe let's take a sports one because I think I have a person available for sports. Yeah, we're gonna use this guy there. Here, let's go with the highest skill. I'm gonna use her there. And we have one senior reporter, which is good news. So, when your reporters reach 5 in a category, they become senior, which has some benefits for the articles. In this case, I'm gonna actually use this guy instead of this one because he already has 5 in one of the sections, and this will be more efficient in terms of the XP. And we'll add in the final reporter there. Here we're gonna pay the bribe and send this guy because he's the only one available. And before we go into the next mission, let's actually try to make sure our people prioritize the important ones. So we want this to be prioritized. We will want this to be prioritized, but I don't think we'll do it this week. This one is already done. This one is already done. So we should be okay. Okay, we're gonna skip this mission. This one I'm gonna place, but I don't think we'll include it in the newspaper. And we are already at the end of the week. So right now for this type of district we need to improve a bit our reporters before attempting it. this mission any good? No, it's not. So we're gonna skip it now. This mission is okay, but we won't finish it for the printing, and let's see what we actually managed to print. So we didn't finish this one unfortunately, but we can keep it for next week, that's okay. We want to stay in moderate if we can to unlock this perk as soon as possible. We have a lot of stories that are to the right unfortunately, which were really good stories, but will go into sensational too much and we want to stay here. And we don't have that many stories that will shift perception to the left. So this guy wants the main story to be about the general to be on the front. So we can actually do that. We can include this story to counteract that a bit and include it again just to combo with the other one and also counteract the shift in the shift a bit, and that way we can include some of these stories on the front page. So let's say this one and this one. And on the last story we need something, maybe we can use this one to bring it back a bit more. And okay, now let's see what we can combo. And I'll be honest, it doesn't seem like we can combo much. I guess we can just add that in. Maybe politics. European, we have that story, but it's not finished already. So let's see, politics, we have this one and this one. We could add this instead. Sports. Yeah, we don't have any more stories left, so we'll just add these two to give us a bonus of readers. And now we need to add in more paper, which we'll do it manually. Okay, so we should have enough paper now. We'll stay in moderate. Again, I want to unlock this perk if we can. We covered all of the district stories. We also gotten the general, so we can go ahead and print. Now in terms of influence, we didn't really manage to get a story with influence, so we won't get that much influence this time, but we should have that story for next time. Okay, managed to do the mission. We managed to do the district mission. We'll get this undercover perk. We'll assign it a bit later, but not for right now. And some of our people leveled up, and we got our actual first senior. Now here we require photography. I think this also requires photography. Here is how you can obtain the high rise, which is a bit different. This guy requires us to print Sunday before 6 AM, and it will give us another 6 extra extra subscribers, which might be a good mission. This guy wants us to not print any economics. This guy still wants to print censorship, and here to not print any politics. We could try to do this mission. See if we can do it. And then I want to actually go into this direction. So in construction yard, okay. Who is in charge of construction yard? Is it the mayor? Yeah. Doesn't matter. Okay. We could cover these 3 districts right now. Plus, this gives us a discount on train. The really good one is this one right here, the discount on plane. Basically, it lowers the cost for covering European news. And for that, we need to go here and here. Well, I guess we could do that, honestly. So yeah, let's try to go here first and then here and then get the plane discount. This will also give us access to this building here, which I don't think will get the unlocks from there soonish, but it's okay just to have it. And we actually unlocked the sports upgrade. So let's see if we can actually use that. So if we do this, we can add it for him. For her, I think it will be a bit more difficult, yeah. But if we move everything and yeah, here we don't have any space to add it, but should be okay. Okay. We need to order a bunch of paper. But that's about it. We have this training tab now opened. Here you can basically take a person and assign them and give them undercover trait. This basically negates mobster risk, and for international news it can unlock certain paths that you can go through. Now, I don't know if I want to give it to a person right away. Keep in mind your people can only have 2 perks in total. And right now, I don't know if I want to give it to someone. So let's just keep it there for now and we'll see. Now, in terms of people, not seeing someone really interesting, and anyways, we're pretty much full on it. So now for the news, for the district, we need sports and economy. We already have some missions with those tags. So we have this one with the review tag and alarming with this one. So we'll see. And we need economy and politics there. And also let's grab society, because those news we can cover really well. Okay, so we don't actually need to use her there. So let's use her there. Here we can actually use her to unlock the next chain, and we'll add it. We're full on economy, so let's not take economy news anymore. And we need politics and economy for the unrest. We'll use him there. Here doesn't have any unrest or politics, so we're gonna skip it. Here I'm actually gonna get this story because we want to stay in the middle, and we have, oh, actually I want to do the reverse there. I want to get this story because we have a lot of stories that aim to move perception to the left. So it might be a good idea to have someone that move perception to the right so that we can stay in moderate territory. Now this perk has a gold tag, so I'm actually gonna use it even though it doesn't have any influence points. So let's see, I want here the best people for the job, so we're gonna use this guy there and this guy here. We're gonna use her to unlock the mission a bit faster, but our people are already occupied, so we need to wait for someone to be available. Here, let's just use her. We're gonna use him to let him level up a bit. This story won't cover. This story has an exclusive tag, so it's okay, so we're gonna place her there. Now we just need 2 people to finish their mission. Let's use him here because isn't that important of a story. We'll use him. And we need to turn off some of these things. What reporters do we have available? So we can do crime. And that's about it, to be honest. Let's place these 2 guys in there. We're gonna do the bribe. And yeah, this should be fine. Now in terms of priorities, I'm gonna prioritize everything that's in the district mission. We should have some news available. So here we're okay, and still we need to wait for Scandal to appear. And actually I want to also prioritize these ones if we can, because we can do a really good combo there. This mission is a bit too simple to do. This one I think I'll do crime because we're a bit better at crime and we'll do it a bit faster. And okay, here we also have the Scandal. But I don't know if we're gonna finish it by the end of the week. Oh, 4 mobsters. Bad news. Let me do something really quickly. Because we're gonna have 4 mobsters. let me try to add another security guard. So if we may move everyone one to the left, we can add the security guard here. Sure, let's add her. And this should help us deal a bit better with the mobsters. Now remember, for the mission we need to print before 6 AM. So let's try to prioritize everything again. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it, especially as the last tag, I think, it still hasn't been processed. Which is, no, not this one, it's this one right here. So we probably won't be able to do it, especially with the mobsters coming in. But let's go to... Let's go on Sunday before 6 AM and see if it's worth it to actually print it. Here, there's again mobsters. I'm gonna actually skip this mission for now. This is injury, also I'm gonna skip. And we have this mission here. Okay, so let's see. We need the scandal one to be printed. Our people, how are they doing? Well, there's a lot of work to do, to be honest. But I think that the scandal one is the only one that we have for the story mission, so I think we could print before 6 AM on Sunday. Let's see if this finishes in time. We're just gonna skip that. And actually the story itself won't finish in time probably, so yeah, we need to choose if we want to get the mission. So okay, so if you want to fulfill the mission from the church, we need to print now. What can we actually print? Well, this story we can put it on main to have it for the influence points. We have the story for unrest. We have it for alarm. We have one elite for alarm. We have the review. Statistics we have, and scandal we don't. So we could print some of the stories this week to get to get the mission done with the church. And let's try it. I don't know if this is the best decision, because this paper will probably be a bit weaker than the other ones, but I'm just gonna try it and see if this pays off. Let's try to do this first. We still want to be moderate, and if we can get 2 stories to have them in the main spots, that might be actually better. Here I'm actually gonna do this because we have an educational combo and we can counteract a bit the sensational perception, so let's do that there. This will bring us even more to that side. But you know what, I'm thinking of keeping this story for next week, because it will combo really well with this one. And if I'm mistaken correctly, a combo is 10,000k. So let's see if we can create a newspaper without. Now for this page we can do something like this. And this again to combo a bit better. For unrest we'll have this one, and for alert will be this one. Maybe let's do this. We'll do this and we have one extra page. And yeah, let's just add the story in. So we need some extra paper, we'll add it. This time around won't be that many readers, unfortunately. We will still have the scandal, because do we have any chance to actually... I don't think we can actually grab it even if we didn't print on 6 AM. But we'll get a bonus of 6,000 subscribers, we'll get a perk, and also we should unlock the next perk from Moderate. So I think this is fine for now. It's a bit less than we should usually get, but should be okay. Yeah, we still have that scandal there to print. But we got the extra 6k subscribers. And we also got the perk from Moderate, which will give us 2.5 extra sales per combo, so that should be good. We got unlocked certain districts. We're gonna go here next, I think. We'll combo these two for next time. And we do also have a scandal here. No, we'll go here next. Now for the missions, we pretty much have the same missions. Let's try to do this Mafia one. I don't think we'll actually be successful. And we still have 16 influence points. And we can actually get the last telegraphing station. Let's see where we can put it. Maybe if we do this. We'll move this wall a bit. And yeah, here we can get the extra telegraphing station. We're gonna move this one a bit later. This guy doesn't have any levels, but should be okay. We'll just add in a couple of level ups. Can we actually get another floor? Yes, we could, but let's not do it this week, we'll do it next week. For hiring other stuff, we're pretty much okay. Utility, nothing interesting right now. We should be considering upgrading also assembly table and typesetting table. But now that we got our final telegrapher, we're okay with that part. We'll do 2 deliveries of paper. And yeah, this should be fine. Now let's try to remove some of the stories that we don't want. And actually I'm gonna delete this one. You don't have to work on it. I want to prioritize this one. I want to prioritize this. This is already prioritized. And this sports one I want to delete. And this sports one I want to delete. I think I'm also gonna delete this too. So we're just gonna keep these ones up. So it should be okay. Our typesetters should be able to pull it off. Gonna start with that story and move on. So here we want entertainment and society, politics and sports, and entertainment and sports. Okay, so we have this for review and inspiring, and we want triumphant, which will be politics and sports. This one gives influence points, so we want it. This one has a gold tag, so we want it. This one also has a gold tag, so we can do that. This one has a lot of tags, so let's skip it. So really good stories this time. But now let's try to do a crime if we have any more stories available. Okay, this one I'm just gonna skip. It's not that important for us. This one we're gonna keep open for a time, but I want to prioritize what we already have in motion, and especially this one. And here we got lucky, so we immediately discovered also the next story. Let's just quickly wait for someone to become available and place him in there. Here we'll go with that part. We got a spy, unfortunately. Gonna place him there. This story, it's a bit too simplistic, so let's try to find politics and sports to find the final scoop story. I want to skip it again. Ooh, and we got a breaking news. We just need 2 people here. I think we can do it pretty easily. I'm gonna place him there. And there's also another story with influence points. This is pretty good, I'll be honest. Okay, so many stories here. This I'm gonna skip because we require a diplomat to unlock the better part there. This one is interesting, but all of our people are on assignment, so let's just first try to cover the important ones. So this one we can do. This one is really basic. And this one was the one I really liked. And now, because this is a hot topic, it becomes really relevant, so let's drag order. This one is a pretty good story because it has a lot of tags, so I'm actually gonna cover it. Normally I would pass, but here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags in total, so it's a pretty good story. We won't be able to print it this week, but it's okay. And I'm still waiting for the triumphant one to appear. Here we really do need politics, so we'll wait for that guy. We have a lot of stories, but let's try to also cover this. This I'm gonna skip. It isn't that good of a story. Here I'm gonna place him there and use him there. This story I'm gonna skip again. Okay. I'm waiting for the last scoop to appear. Skip it. It's politics and sport, yeah. We need to order some power. And let's make sure we don't run out of power. Oh, come on, dude. So much money. I don't think it was worth it. That's too much money for that story. Let me just add in more paper. And yeah, the final one didn't appear. Did I skip it by mistake or? Oh no, it's just now it appeared. Yeah, we're gonna skip it because we won't be able to finish it by the end of the week, and this story it's a bit too simple, to be honest. Yeah, there's no way we can manage to do it by the end of the week. This one is interesting, so let's try to actually cover it. Especially as we're pretty good at society. But yeah, let's see. What we can print. So I want this on the main page because of the influence, and we had another influence there, but unfortunately we didn't manage to do it, and we have a lot of stories, to be honest. We do this, yes we could, but it places us in informational, and I want to actually stay moderate. So we can do this on the main page and give us a bonus. Okay, what story do we have ready? This is again informational. Honestly, we don't have that many stories that we can actually print. We could print this one, I guess. And actually, let's combo with this one instead. Let's maybe do this and this. Okay, so let's see here. Have a lot of unfinished stories, I'll be honest, so we cannot really remove this one from the front page because it gives us the right one. Here we did what we could. Here I guess we have no other choice than to let me actually do another thing there. And replace this one, should be a bit more bonus. And then we'll just add in stories and I guess that's it. We couldn't combo too much because we wanted to stay moderate, so I guess that's a bit unfortunate. We got unlucky with our stories. Our guys were a bit too slow to cover everything. This could have been a really good week, but we didn't manage to finish the story, so what can you do about it? We'll just move on. No, I do want to print this week, yeah. So we'll add enough to... We did manage to score a record, but we could have done it way much better this week, to be honest. So that's too bad. We get 14 influence points. Right now we're basically waiting to get the next printer page module, but it will take some time until we actually need it. I think we could get the discount for the plane. It will be a 50% discount, but let's just wait for now. Now I think this is actually a really good place to end it. Now this session we bought the next page module, we bought the next telegraph station, so I think it's a good place to end it. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time.